wonder if there's like a button I can hold down to like see that number above all the buildings, so rather than click on every single one of them. It would be nice if there was. Oh, look at that. Oh my gosh. Yeah. So 4K on that one, 500. Let's see, double platforms, minus Mirador costs. Buff the HQ. Oh, let's do that. So I'm just looking at each one. So 100 damage, 200, 700, 600, 2,300, 2K, 4K. So yeah, this advanced Mirador is doing a lot right now. Oh wait, I almost forgot about this guy. 700. What is this? Techno Amplifier. Place a building adjacent to the structure to activate it. Minus 50% upgrade cost for adjacent buildings. Plus 8 weapons. Miradors gain plus 20% to damage. Gain 2 Miradors. This is a Mirador, right? Yeah. Plus 5 discovery. Whoa, what's discovery? What's discovery? Okay, I'm gonna take it. That'll buff our strongest tower right now. Alright, save the rest. Fuck, what's the purple building on the new ad? Oh, I saw your message too late. Wait, there's an orange one too. Underground camp, plus 15 supply production per adjacent building. I assume per wave. I wonder if a platform counts as a adjacent building. Wait, have I made a Durandal? Retribution position. Armed with Retribution missile rack, this position can destroy even the most powerful foes. New threat spotted. Parasis, immune to slow. Joke's on you, I don't have slow. Mukos, divides into 3 Mukos on death. Alright, discovery gives you more chance to have a neutral building when placing a tile. Okay, so finding goodies. Alright. I thought I had a Durandal. I don't. I had a Warwolf. I have not made a Durandal. Mainly building these there for the upkeep. Also, it says per adjacent building. In some games, adjacent means like, how can I explain this? Like, this would be adjacent, but this would not. So I'm wondering if diagonal equals adjacent in this game. Also wondering if I sell a building, can I replace it somewhere else? But I'm not gonna risk it right now. Direct contact is adjacent, not diagonal. There we go. Okay. See? Yes, before you upgrade. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's save the rest. Okay. Plus 500 supply, Mirador buff, 25 recon. On discovering a neutral building, all buildings gain 15% damage during the next wave. Let's get the 500 supply so we can get some more interesting things. Straight line tile. Alright, Sanction cannon is the one with the insane range, so you kind of need a bigger map to make this useful. I don't know that I can do much of this with my current map. Retribution position. Okay, so this... a little bit more than 180 degrees. I have one platform, which might open some doors. Well, I'm just looking around right now. See, hopefully you're taking notes for some helpful tips, descriptions, and add-ins to the game. Bobby, I don't want to overstep here, because you didn't come to me for like a sponsored stream or something. You're just like, hey, would you like this? And I was like, you know what, I would. Would you like me to give feedback? Like when it comes to like stuff I would love to see, like I'm not sure. Like I said, I don't want to like overstep my bounds here. Like, so far, I've just been kind of thinking out loud. That's pretty good coverage. I guess that's fine. All right, how does this thing work? Targets the thing with the most hit points. Shoot, I just don't want it to affect your experience, but you do you. I'll rewatch the VOD for notes. Gotcha. Okay. So, yeah, no, I'd be happy to. I just, you know, I wouldn't want to overstep. That's all. Yeah, like I've dabbled in tower defense games since like Warcraft 3, StarCraft 1 custom maps, you know, and I'm sure a few other people here could say the same. But yeah, like Warcraft 3, StarCraft 1, StarCraft 2 custom maps, balloons, flash games on congregate.com, tower, what is it? Dungeon Defenders, Orcs Must Die, like a bunch of them. There's a bunch of them. I would love, like, right now, we've got this thing where like I click on them and I could see damage dealt last wave. That is fantastic. I would love to be able to hit one button and see that number above every building. Right? Because right now I have to click on every single tower in order to see that information. That is good information. I would love to be able to just like hold shift or hold alt or something and just see a number float above every tower to know how much damage they did on the next wave. That's my number one thing right now. Because that kind of gives you like, oh yeah, that one's doing great. That one's carrying. I should, you know, put more upgrades into that. Or, oh, that one's dead weight right now, etc., etc. But right now I have to click on too many things to get that info. Let's see. Let's see. Durandal cannons. That's 50. Those are really expensive. I know, you know, the chaplain. I haven't really seen what the chaplains do. Like, this adds a chaplain, but I don't have a tooltip for a chaplain. So I don't know what a chaplain is. So I have no idea what I invested in there. So a little tooltip for the chaplain would be cool. And like some of these, like for example, if I'm like, let's say I'm about to make my first sturdy bunker and it says the weapon is a heavy Vencador, but I can't mouse over heavy Vencador to see what it is, right? When you already have a bunker, I could see, oh, this can hit air. This has target priority closest to HQ, which is fantastic. I love being able to see the target prio, and I love being able to know which ones are anti-air and which ones are not. But if I'm building my very first one, it doesn't tell you like what a barrage LMG is, or a protector M2. It doesn't tell you those. So it would be cool to be able to like have this floaty box stay there so I can mouse over it or something. I don't know. So that's my second thought, I think. Just, you know, and that's something that when you're no longer a new player, it would no longer be a big deal. But it's like the newer you are, the more important I think that is. Okay, let's see. So we made this big thing. What do we have? Plus 50% to anti-air damage. Target priority becomes air units. Or just plus 50% damage to everything. Let's just do a wave and see how it does. Oh wow, it like lit them up right when they came out of the thing. Is there an undo button? I think that Bobby mentioned that you could sell and get back the building to move it if you haven't done an upgrade yet. But I haven't tried it yet. We have done all of these. Let's get that. Here they come. All right, the new thingies are on the way. They're coming out of a tunnel. Okay, so this adds a new tunnel to the map. All right, so if I want them to go past this, we're gonna put this here so that they go past this big gun. All right, converts range into bonus damage. And I could use a, what is it called? A platform in conjunction with this to try it out. Like I could platform there and do this. So let's try that. Platform. And try that. Salamander. More door efficiency. Let's go and start. All right, here's one of the new thingies. Oh no, it's thick! Another small thing is I have no idea how the grenaders decide where they're gonna go. Sometimes they come out and go left, sometimes they come out and go right. I have no idea what determines where these guys are going. So I think on that run, they went left, 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 right. Maybe they go to the nearest enemy. Maybe they just flip a coin. Why you have only one werewolf, plus 10 recon production? Can I take a look at the map? Yes. That's a werewolf, right? I think I've only got one. I think I've only got one. Gain 1 blueprint among 3. Super heavy pulse to... Okay, this thing. I've never seen it. And then we have to expand the map. Alright, so this is interesting. So if I connect these two, that's no longer an exit, which means more enemies will come out of the other 3 points. Or I could do this to extend how long it takes them to reach me. Let's do that. I'm gonna save. I don't want to save up. Let's see what we've got. 3 upgrades for Pumas. I can't go down here until I beat a level. Plus 3 weapons, Protector M2. Plus 3 weapons, plus 1 range. Plus 10 infantry hit points. I mean, the guys in here, to my knowledge, are never targeted. Maybe it's the infantry that come out of the HQ? Because those would get hit. Plus 3 weapons, plus 50% to damage. Sure. Alright, here we go. So now, this should be doing many times the damage it was earlier. I'm gonna add plus 50% damage to this thing because this thing targets whatever has the most hit points. And some of these things coming down the pipeline right now are really beefy. Upgrade the mirror door, get supply. Infantry is referring to the dudes that are running at enemies. Okay, roger that. Plus 75 infantry HP. What is their current hit points? Can I see that? I'm guessing that's damage done last round, just because that looks like that. So Anicia did 2200 last round. Chaplain did 110. I still don't know what the Chaplain does. Grenadier did 2162. Funny enough, I don't notice them throwing grenades. I just notice them charging into the enemy with their face. Unless I'm just not seeing the grenades. Quartermaster and Standard Bearer are added. I don't know what either of those do. Durindals I know are pretty good, but that's incredibly expensive. Maybe they just dropped the grenades? Maybe. Let's see, 1100 damage, 700, 4K, 2500, 1200. Oh, the Salamander did 4200 last round. Haven't really been watching Salamander. Have to, let's see, this one. All right, so this one's on a, yeah, we can't upgrade this anymore because we need to. So I guess if it's what is it, the blue? If it's a normal building, I currently can't go past the first row of upgrades. But if it's an advanced one, you seem to not have limitations and you can go all the way to the bottom. Alright, I'm gonna just save up for now. Let's see what we can do. So there's the flamethrower. So it seems like the troops just kind of do damage per second as they run into the enemy. So I guess just by giving them more hit points, they live longer and effectively do more damage. I guess. I'm gonna take the supply option, just to have more to spend. New threats approach. What is this? Full invasion. The final wave contains more and stronger tier 0 foes. Okay. Alright, we have to expand. Alright. Super heavy pulse defense. This high-tech position allows the operation of a super heavy pulse cannon, the mightiest weapon to deal with shields and hard targets. Alright, so I want to test something first. So I'm going to throw this down for a second. And that takes away, we'll go 2596, and now we're 2496. If I cancel, I go back to 2596, I get it back. Okay, so I can, I guess, look at it and then sell it if I want to. All right, so this guy, what's your deal? Target priority is most hit points. The fortress version of the pulse cannon. Nothing can withstand its power. Hits several enemies at a time, plus 200% damage to shields. Plus 50% to rate of fire, plus 70% if adjacent to an ammo depot. What is an ammo depot? Have I ever seen an ammo depot? Desi amplifier. What are you? Adjacent buildings gain plus 75% damage, but upgrades cost more. Have I seen an ammo depot? I don't know if I've seen that yet. Okay, forget that for now. So plus 50% rate of fire. And this is plus 5 range. I think I'd rather have it 50% more rate of fire to what is within range. Let's do solid frame. Adjacent buildings deal 50% more damage to shields or hits up to 3 targets behind the initial. Let's save that. The Grenadiers are the grenades. I mean, if they don't throw grenades or explode, they should just be called, I don't know, cavalry or something. Or privates. Send the privates. All right, let's just start it. So this thing appears to fire in sets of 3, and it will change. That's kind of interesting. So if the first shot lowers the health of what it's aiming at, then it will change targets before the second shot because the thing with the most hit points just changed. Gain 2 light mortars and a scout hideout, werewolf position supply. Let's get supply. So that last wave, this did 3,800, this did 6,700. So super heavy pulse cannon's pretty nutty. So super heavy pulse did the most, 4,800 on the flamethrower. It's crazy how much the flamethrower is doing despite the very small attack area. So, the werewolf. Man, really kind of difficult to use this one unless you got a very extended map. Plus 20% damage and reload speed, double if adjacent to a Mirador. Oh, it's like the little guy's like a scout for you. Targets are slowed. Sure, let's try it out. They're getting mighty close. Okay. High priority process. Gain 1 blueprint among 3 twice. Medium mortar. We haven't. Okay, we've never seen a medium mortar. Let's try that. Here they come. Final wave full invasion. Can only be built at height 0. Installed on a pivot, the medium mortar can shoot in any direction. Like all mortars, it can't shoot near it. Okay, fair. I guess just here, just for the most surface area. And what do we got? Hits farthest away. Wait, target priority is most hit points farthest away. The heavy mortar has a very constrained target. Well, what if the thing with the most hit points is closer than the thing with the second most hit points? I don't know who it would shoot at. The heavy mortar has a very constrained target zone, but deals a fair amount of damage in a wide area. Plus 2 range, plus 50% to damage, plus 2 minimum range. Let's do that. Plus 10% damage and rate of fire per adjacent building. Adjacent buildings gain increased rate of fire and detection. Data sharing. That's kind of neat. Hit up to 3 targets behind the initial. Plus 50% damage. Racks contain 10 missiles instead of 6. So I think currently it fires 6 shots, then pauses to reload. So this would make it 10. And 50% more damage. Plus 2 range per battlefront. What's a battlefront? Now see, the battlefront is written in teal, which makes me think I could like mouse over it for a tooltip or something, but I can't do that. I don't know what a battlefront is. Is that like a per tile? Is that a battlefront? Is there a wiki? It's entrance. A battlefront is an entrance. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be plus 2 range, so 12 range and 25% more damage. But this would be a lot. This would be a lot more damage to anything within its range. So I'm gonna do that. Wait, what? Minus 50% damage, but plus 5 targets, plus 100% explosion radius, plus 50% rate of fire. Anti-swarm protocol. Forbidden explosives, plus 300% to damage, plus 50% explosion radius. You know what? Just for funsies, let's try anti-swarm protocol. For more bullet per bullet. Another thing I wonder, So this gun, it fires 10 shots and has to reload, right? What if it fires 9 and then it's out of enemies? Is it smart enough to reload without waiting on more, or will it sit there with 1 bullet left in the clip, wait on enemies to get there, then fire the last shot? I died. Dang, I got to the final wave on my first game. New Doctrine, gain 400 supply. New Hero, Knyaznyashnikova, for losing an expedition. No. When did you, I think you said no when I was asking if they were smart enough to reload and not just wait. Okay. Advanced upgrade unlock. Finish an expedition with this building, unlock more. Secret bunker, Warwolf, Mirador, Puma, Light Mortar, Imperial Barrack, officer quarters. Okay. Alright. Can I see how much damage each thing does? You can! I love it. What about the people? Can I see how much damage Commissar did? Okay, so main HQ did 72. Wait, how is that possible? Main HQ did 72,000 damage. Really? That much? I felt like most mobs didn't reach it very often. The Advanced Mirador did 53k. Retribution did 48k. 20,000 on Super Heavy Pulse Defense, but I didn't have it for that long. Salamander 39k. Imperial Barrack, Mirador, Slovak Howitzer. No, but that's a good point. We should add info about infantry damage. I would love to see it. Like, the first reason that comes to mind, Bobby, is because Commissar Inicia, that's like her thing, right? Is that she joins the charge. So you could evaluate how good she is versus a different, I don't know what to call it, leader, by seeing how much damage she contributes. If she's not, you could directly compare that to the benefits of the others and decide who your favorite is. It's like right now, I have no idea how, I don't know either A, her damage isn't listed on here at all, or B, her damage is included under main HQ damage. Oh, Platform did 0 damage. Dang it, Platform. Get your crap together. Okay. All right, cool. All right, we got to the last wave on our first attempt, chat. So, all right, so Commander Inicia went out on the field. And she charges with the guys, and you gain a grenadier +1 grenadier production every other wave. That's it. Now, because it says production, I'm guessing that permanently increases the cap every other wave. And then this guy is anti-tank. Buildings adjacent to a Mirador. What was a Mirador? It's like the sniper tower thing. Gain 15% damage, and you start with 5 of them. I wonder if that stacks. I would love to know, like, if that affects stacks on the, like, in parentheses, this affects stacks, or this does not stack. You know, if you've got like one big gun with 5 Miradors around it, does it benefit from all of it? And then we got this lady. Looks like Carmen Sandiego. Proud and glorious warriors. The 8th Armored has the best training, the best equipment, and genetically modified super soldiers. Oh, it's Halo. Blazing Commanders. The commander personally fights on the battlefield. How is that different from Inicia? Noble houses gain double the amount of blueprints in reinforcement. Blessings of the First Saints quadruples the chance of building doctrines to appear instead of regular doctrines. Starting Escort gains 2 Praetorian Guards. Alright, well, let's try this faction and see how different it is. Now, in games like this, an additional faction is typically a couple of things. Either A, it's the exact same buildings with a different coat of paint and a different hero. Or B, it's mostly the same buildings with a few different. Like, they'll still have Miradors and they'll still have Warwolves, but then, you know, like the 3rd building will be different. Or C, it's a completely different set of stuff. Now, I will say, assuming that's the HQ, if that's the HQ and that's the HQ, then that's already different. So let's see what happens. Knyaznya Denshikova. Okay. Sure. Alright, what do you do? Imperial Stronghold, units, Knyaznya and Praetorian Guards. A support helipad gives you recon production and plus repair. Or Plus 50. Oh my god, these are major. So I never had